Hi, boys and girls. It's Miss Rachel here, ready for another story time with you because it's a marvelous Monday. In fact, it's the last Monday in the month of March. So we're going to be marching into the rest of spring. And spring is full of mixed and moody weather. And when the weather is mixed and moody, it's kind of nice to curl up with a good book, don't you think? So a lot of people like to curl up under their favorite blankie to read a good story. Maybe you're one of those people. What are some other places where you like to read? Maybe a park bench, maybe on the sand at the beach. I like that too. All right, well anyway, when I was a little girl, I used to love to read to my stuffed animals. They're all here to see you today. And Greg, show the stuffed animals. Anyway, so when I was a little girl, I used to like to read to my stuffed animals. And this story that we're reading today is about somebody very, 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 very little. Tiny, smaller than you, smaller than your baby brother or sister, smaller than your pet cat or pet dog, even smaller than a hamster, a gerbil, even smaller than your pet fish. What could it be? I don't know. So if you take a good look at the cover of our book, where do you think this story takes place? Take a good look. Do you think the story takes place in the country or in the city? Well, if you guess the city, you are right. What things in the story, in the cover picture, helped you figure that out? Probably the tall buildings, right? All right, well, also on the cover, this is very, very special because this book was written by our friend, neighbor Natalie, who lived right here on this floor in my building. And neighbor Natalie is an artist. So she not only wrote the book, but she did the illustrations as well. All right, so this is called Once Upon a Fly, The Adventures of LaMouche. Once Upon a Fly, The Adventures of LaMouche. And you can see the author signed it for me. She wrote, "Fly, be free, love, Natalie." It's nice when the author signs the book for you. I once had a fly named LaMouche. Here he is. Who loved to swim laps in my soup. She tried to get inside the TV and flew circles around my dog, Mimi. Aw. She drank from my juice on a straw. See her there on the straw. And sometimes she even got lost on the wall. Can you find her on the wall? It's kind of hard. Look closely. She loved to observe her reflection. She ate strawberries for her complexion. So when we say her reflection, where do you think she is right now? Where is she sitting? What is she sitting on? Where can you see an image of yourself? That's right, on a mirror. All right. At times, she would watch the birds soar. Do you ever sit at the window and watch the birds fly outside your window? I used to do that at my grandma's apartment. And at night, she stood guard by the door. Can you find her in this picture? She's under the lamp because bugs like the light, don't they? She kissed me one morning at dawn. Look at that, a little kiss on the nose. Looks kind of like us under our blanket, right? Anyway. And then I discovered she'd gone. I looked on the wall for LaMouche. Look on the wall, is she there? I even checked through my cold soup. Oh my goodness. It was Mimi who said with her sad eyes. It was then that I realized LaMouche had been born to fly. There she goes. Look at the Brooklyn Bridge. And that was only the beginning. Where is she flying now, little New Yorkers? Do you know what that is? That's right, it's the Statue of Liberty. The end. So, I want to end this book by asking you, what do you think the author means that we had been born to fly? Because we, like LaMouche, are also born to fly, but not in the same way. Because, after all, we don't have wings, do we? We can pretend to fly, especially at dance, right? When we do Swan Lake and we use our wings. But there are other ways we can fly. And I want you to think about what the author meant, because we're going to continue this tomorrow. Because I called up my friend Natalie, neighbor Natalie, and she said she would meet us outside at the park bench from a good distance. And we're going to be able to ask her questions about what she meant and what she was thinking and why she wrote this book. So we call that, what was the author's purpose? And so we're going to discover tomorrow what was the author's purpose. Thanks for listening. Bye, friends.